If you've ever been involved in Freemasonry or read the Dan Brown books, then you've probably heard about the Illuminati.
That's Illuminati. The Illuminati were a secret society dedicated to scientific truth. The Catholic Church ordered a brutal massacre to silence them forever.
Some believe that this organization is still around today and that they might be behind critical world events and are even creating some kind of new world order. So when I got a follow invite from some Illuminati recruiter on Instagram, I knew I needed to join. So I asked. He said, "Are you sure you want to get on with this? There is no turning back." All right, what did I just stumble into? I said yes. Good, before we proceed, what do you understand about what we are as a body? And I really didn't know what to say. So I googled the word Illuminati for a definition and it read a sect of 16th century Spanish heretics who claimed special religious enlightenment. And I copied and pasted and sent it to him. Then he said, "I see." So then he goes on to tell me that I will need to be enlightened by a Grand Master who will help perform my initiation. What is he going to have me do? Then he gives me the Grand Master's phone number and tells me to contact him on WhatsApp. He says no video calls because their identity must be kept secret until I become a full member. So I did what he asked. I messaged the Grand Master on WhatsApp saying what the recruiter told me to say. "Hail Illuminati." And he responded and he said, "Hello, who are you and who sent you to me?" So I sent him a screenshot of the profile of the recruiter that I'd been talking to. "Okay, it would be confirmed in 2 hours' time at the temple, then I would get back with you." And I said, "What will be confirmed?" "Whether you can join or not. See you then." Okay, so what does he mean? They don't know anything about me. What are they going to vote on? But 2 hours does go by, and he writes back. "Hello there." I said hello. He said, "I've confirmed everything. We can now proceed in your membership into the Illuminati Brotherhood." So I guess they voted to let me in. He then goes over the Illuminati guide. 1. Don't accept anything from strangers claiming to be Illuminati. You must always be truthful to me always. 2. Always wish your neighbor success. 3. If anyone asks you to join the Illuminati Society again, as from now, expect my name's mentioned, black that person immediately. Don't talk to him or her. 4. And anything you want to do, Grand Master, know about it. 5. Do not speak to anyone about the Illuminati except you or me, as from now expect my name is indicated at the peak of the conversation. May the all-seeing eye guide you. Alright, what is this? I don't even know this guy's name. So I said, "What's your name?" He said, "A good question you have asked, which I wanted to write. My names are Alex David Sent." Okay, so he has 3 names. He said, "Now you know my name. What's yours?" And I said, "Benjamin. Dover." "Nice to meet you, Dover. Hope you don't mind me calling you that?" I said, "No problem. Warning, warning, warning. To all new members who are ready to join the great Illuminati Brotherhood, 1. On no account must you disrespect the Brotherhood. 2. You must learn to come online regularly. 3. You must not promise and fail about anything. 4. You must learn to give. 5. You must be above the age of 18 years before you can join the enlightened organization Illuminati. 6. If anyone asks you to join the Illuminati apart from me, your Grand Master, and the name been indicated as to interact like you were told, don't listen to that person, or be still report that person to me and block immediately after my conclusion on it. 7. On no account must you uninstall your WhatsApp. Hail the Illuminati, 666. Okay, what's next? He said, "These are what you must do to join us successful. 1. You must agree to follow. 2. You are to trust and obey. 3. You are to give the right information about you. Blah, blah, blah. So many rules. And lastly, you are not to delay when it's time for initiation. If you can do all the above, you can be trusted and initiated. So do you accept?" I said, "Yes." The Illuminati is an elite organization of world leaders, business authorities, and other influential members of this planet. Our collective unites influencer of the world in an unrestricted and private domain, free of political, religious, and geographical boundaries to further the prosperity of the human species as a whole, while our operation require anonymity for the safety of our members. Do you get this? And I'm like, yes, I've seen both National Treasure movies. He said, we are bringers of wealth, happiness, and holy crap, just let me in already. I said, this is what I desire. He said, and you would get it. Can we proceed to the next step now? Please. Here are the rules of the Illuminati Brotherhood. Oh my gosh, how many rules are there? They're basically the same as the 100 other rules that he's already listed. Except for number 10, which says, henceforth you will address me as father or grandmaster, and I would address you as my child. So do you accept all this rules and regulations? Yes, Grandmaster. Yes, son, can we proceed to the next step now? Then he gives me a form to fill out. I put a bunch of bogus info and he asks for a picture ID. But there's no way I'm gonna send that. But he says, okay, son, you got a driving license? I'm not going to give him my license, so I try my hand at Photoshop. I find a sample license online and I try to make it look real. Not bad if I say so myself. Then I sent it to him. He said, okay, I'm going to get back to you some minutes time. I would have to input these details into the Illuminati database and get back to you in it was successful or not. I pray your registration would be, son. Alright, so now I wait. Is he going to notice that it's fake, or is he just going to let me proceed with the initiation? He wrote back and he said, your details have been received and your registration successful, but you won't be able to enjoy our benefits until you become a full member, and before you can become a full member, you will need to pass through the initiation program. No blood sacrifice is needed or death of loved one. Once you make your mind to proceed, there is no going back. So would you like to proceed? Alright, it's time for the initiation. I gotta tell you, I'm starting to get a little freaked out. He tells me that I need to obtain some items that will be used for the sacrifice, and he gives me a whole list of things like a lamb and mustard seeds, a red cola with 5 faces, and the heart of an eagle. Where in the world am I gonna get the heart of an eagle? He said, note in the second thought, you must know that all this material is available in our temple. Are you getting everything I'm saying, son? Oh, okay, so I guess you can just get all this stuff in the temple. So I say, where's the temple? He said, you haven't become a member yet, so you can't get to the temple till you are a member, son. Okay, so how am I gonna get these items? That's when he tells me that I can obtain them by sending $1,075 through Western Union. And I'm like, okay, so I don't travel to the temple? He said it would be a spiritual travel. So I'm not going in person. He said, I told you earlier you aren't going in person until you become a member. You are going to be connected spiritually. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna be like 11 on Stranger Things and participate that way, telepathically. I said, I understand, Father. Okay, son, let's proceed with the payment now. Okay. He said, you have to head to a Western Union now, son. Okay, anytime someone brings up Western Union, my scam alert goes off. So I'm not gonna send money to this guy, but I need to find out what's really going on. So I ask him where he lives, and he says New York. Then I ask if we can speak on the phone, and he says, you haven't become a member. Why do you want us to speak on the phone? And I'm like, I just want to speak to the people that I send money to. He says, I'm not a people. Well, then what is he? I'm your Grand Master and member of the Illuminati. You can't speak on phone with me. I'm at the temple and non-member can't speak with me. Alright, I want to believe this guy, but something tells me he's not really in New York. But there's one way to find out. So I go to MoneyGram's website and I copy the URL, then I create a redirect link with Grabify to snag his IP info if I can get him to click on it. So I send him the link and I ask if this is a money service that I can use. He says, nope, you have to get there in person. Alright, success. The Grandmaster clicked on my link and now I know where his IP address is originating from. It's coming from... Welcome to New York! What? He really is in New York? So I take a closer look at his ISP and it says Total Server Solutions LLC. And a little Google search shows me that this is a high-performance cloud and dedicated hosting service. This means he's likely using a VPN to hide his actual location. This scammer is smarter than the average bear. But I reached out to the team at Grabify for help, and they told me to turn on the smart logger and that this will give me a lot more information, including the time zone of the Grand Master. So now I've got to do it again. I've got to create another link for him to click on, and then I'll know what time zone he's in. So I got a new URL for the nearest Western Union location, and I turned on the smart logger and I said, please confirm this location will accept payment. The Grandmaster said, I don't want you to make the payment online. I told you this, son. You've got to get there in person. And I'm like, no, this is the website for the location that you're referring to. Can you just click on it and confirm if that's the correct address? He said, son, do you know Walgreens? And I'm like, yes, that's where this Western Union is, but please look at that website. He said, head to Walgreens. Dang it, he's not clicking on it. But that's when I came up with another plan. I wrote him and I said, heading there now. I'm gonna be like Robert Langdon and outsmart the Illuminati. I tell him that my phone is running out of battery and that I need the wiring instructions now. He says, aren't you with your charger? I said, if you give me the name and the receiver details, I should be fine. So he sends the info and tells me to find a charger at the Walgreens and send photos of the payment receipt. But then I go quiet, pretending that the phone died, and I leave him on pins and needles because the only thing that's standing between him and his cash is that receipt. Then I come back 10 minutes later and I tell him that I've completed my task, but my phone is dead. And I tell him that I'm on my computer and I can't take a picture of the receipt with my phone, but I'll do it with my laptop's camera and upload it to Imager. So I send him a Grabify link that redirects him to an image of a receipt of what I had for lunch that day. And that's when I was able to get the timestamp for where he was. He says, I can't find a photo there. Send me the MTCN number. That's when I say, why are you up so late? It's 1:25 a.m. in Nigeria right now. He says, I'm not in Nigeria. The agent is the one in Nigeria. I'm in New York. I told you that earlier. I said, no, you are. You're using an Infinite Hot 5 smartphone. That's the agent, I guess not me. What are you trying to say, that I'm lying here? I say, okay, let's do a video chat so you can show me that you're really in New York. If you're really in New York, the sun will still be up. Like seriously, you're really playing on my intelligence now. I told you that you couldn't make a call with me till you're a member, then you want to get on video chat? This poor guy, he went through all that time researching the history of the Illuminati and trying to organize this dumb ritual. I actually kind of felt bad. I said, I can't send you $1,000, but I would like to buy you dinner for your time today. He said, okay, and how much dinner are you buying me? I'm like, one meal is what I can afford. He said, okay, you want to do this shit with me, homeboy? And after that, he stopped talking to me, and he actually ended up blocking me. I guess he wasn't hungry.